Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about the Astrology of August 2022. That's right, the Astrology of August 2022 is going to play a huge part in how August comes about for each and every one of us. So this is going to be a little bit different than what we normally deal with in an August. Normally we have some amazing conjunctions and planets hopefully coming out of retrograde, but this one we're going to have some really intense connections with the planets, and so this will give you an insight of how the planets are going to affect you, but how the planets are going to affect the people around you. So let's get started. So August 1st, we have Mars in the sign of Taurus conjunct Saturn in the sign of Taurus. And a conjunction is really about like intensifying the energy. So Mars, all thing action and war in the sign of Taurus is kind of like that stubborn energy, but it can also be grounded as well. Conjunct intensifying the energy of Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus is kind of like that, I want freedom, I want my own independence, I don't want to be bothered with other people, I want to do my own thing, my own way. And then we've also got that in Taurus, which is all about that grounded kind of like I want my own way kind of thing. And so this is going to be a really a pair that's going to be really pushing a lot of energy. And just because it says August 1st doesn't mean it doesn't start at the end of July, and it goes for a few days. So know that this is not going to be just like a one-hit wonder. It's going to intensify for several days during this time frame. And it's going to push people to want to break free, kind of do their own thing, their own way. I don't want help. I don't want you to come along. I don't want this person. I want to do it all my own. Very independence and kind of almost this struggle, depending on who it is. I want my independence. I want to say the things I want to say. I want to see them the way I want to see them. I want to intensify this energy. And you're going to see this not only on like a personal basis, you're going to see this more globally. You're going to see this like in your state and your county. You're going to see this all over the world, kind of like this. I don't require your assistance. I can do this all on my own. Next, let's move to August 2nd. We have Venus in the sign of Cancer, sextile Uranus in the sign of Taurus. And so this is, like I said, it's going to be pushing a lot of energy. And so we have Venus, the goddess of love and romance, that sort of thing, in the sign of Cancer, which is all about communication and feeling our feelings, that sort of thing. So we're going to be up on love, but then it's going to be sextiling, and kind of the sextile energy is very supportive. Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So like I said, just for the day before, this is Uranus, freedom, and Taurus, that grounded kind of stubborn energy. And this is going to be a really great nurturing combination of energies. Like I said, very supportive. And it's really going to ease into kind of like, what do I want? So you could be really affected by one and not really affected by the other. It just depends on where everything is in your charts. Next, on August 2nd, we're going to have Venus in the sign of Cancer, sextile Mars in the sign of Taurus. And so, like I said, Venus, love, Cancer, nurturing. Sextile is all about that supportive energy. And then Mars, war and action. And then Taurus is that grounded, kind of like stubborn energy at times. And this is going to be a great night for romance. This is the best night to kind of talk to other people about how you feel about things. Kind of if you've been kind of wanting to move out of the friend zone into the lover zone, this would be a great time to do that, and kind of moving that energy into action. Like I said, Mars is all about action, and then Venus, all about love, is going to bring this up big time for a lot of people. Next, on August 3rd, we have Mercury in the sign of Virgo, and it's going to be kind of its ruling planet. It's going to be really home here in this kind of like earthbound Virgo energy of all things love and romance, and which will allow us to kind of really kind of overthink or overanalyze everything that we do, every conversation, kind of like every detail. What did they say? How did they say it? Where was the intonations in the word? And how did they say this? And what did they talk about? All of that's going to be on August 3rd. So a lot of people are going to be rethinking some conversations and really bringing this up. And this is going to be in this energy for quite a while. So know that it in just one time, it's going to last for a couple of weeks in this energy. Next, on August 7th, we have Venus in the sign of Cancer, trine Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So Venus, love; Cancer, nurturing. Trine is all about kind of like this power, kind of like powering up both sides. One may feel more powerful than the other, but they both are powered at some point. Neptune, all about our dream state, or what dreams we want to bring forward and upward. And Neptune is in the sign of Pisces, so that energy is going to be in flow. Pisces is all about the fish energy. This is an easy day to get lost in your daydreams, because that's what Neptune does. It kind of gets you lost in your daydreams, or it may be a day that you really don't want to wake up. Usually, these are the days where I'm kind of like, I'd rather just stay asleep or keep dreaming, kind of like, what do I want to bring into the world? And kind of that dream state is kind of hard to break away from on this day. And it's one of those, it will be a perfect real day. Like once you get up and get going, it's going to be a very peaceful day. It's kind of like, what do you want to pursue? Where do you want to go in your life? What do you want to kind of push your energy towards? Also on August 7th, we have Mars in the sign of Taurus, square Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. Squaring is all about this struggle. One is going to feel strong and the other one's going to feel weak. So Mars in the sign of Taurus, Mars action, Taurus grounded, stubborn energy. Saturn is all about rebuilding structure, and Aquarius is all about this pushing the right side or pushing the right energy. And so this can be a very frustrating aspect for a lot of people. It may feel like no matter what, like the whole world is working against us. Kind of like no matter what I'm trying to do, everything kind of gets pushed back at me. This is the day to really take it easy. This is a day to kind of not push your energy too much, too fast, because it's going to be overwhelming for a lot of people. This is going to be a day like, I feel really frustrated. I feel like I'm not doing anything. Kind of like you're swimming against the current, but you're not going anywhere. Next, on August 8th, we have Venus in the sign of Cancer, opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. And Venus, Venus, love. Cancer is all about that nurturing aspect of it. Opposition is all about, it could be either conflict or motivation, depending on where you are on that. Pluto is all about kind of like that under stuff, the kind of things that we don't really want to show, kind of like the skeletons in the closet coming forward. Capricorn can be really stubborn energy, but it's going to move. Once it figures out where it's going to go, it's like zoom, here we go in all of this energy. It's one of those, you're going to have a lot of rumors, a lot of gossip, kind of a lot of things behind the scenes coming forward, and you may see a lot of sabotage kind of behind the scenes, kind of moving forward, kind of like up and coming. You're going to see a lot of areas of different people's lives of kind of like, oh, I didn't know you were paranoid of this, or didn't know you were afraid of this kind of. And this is going to bring up a lot of paranoia for a lot of people. If you've got that in your history, it's going to bring it up pretty quickly for you. Next, also on August 8th, which is really called our 8/8 portal. And so our 8 is all about the infinite possibilities and the infinite energy. And this is also technically called the Lion's Gate every year, kind of opening up that energy. So because of that, make sure that you look at my 8/8 portal meditation and video and kind of explain more of this. This is going to be a great one to really amp up this aspect, really amp up what's going on, so that you know ahead of time what's about to happen, and kind of like what should you be meditating on in your 8/8 portal. This is going to be really a great one. August 11th, we have our full moon in the sign of Aquarius, and this is going to kind of make us feel like looking for freedom, kind of like seeking an ideal time to kind of leave toxic friendships, groups behind, things that have been holding you back. If you have that toxic friend in your group, this is the time that you might feel like, I'm ready to let this person go. Prior to this, you haven't been able to. I also feel like this is going to be one where you're going to see a lot of marriages break up, where one is a toxic personality and the other one isn't, and the one that's kind of more normal or not so toxic kind of going, I don't want to go here, I want to be in a healthier relationship even if it's by myself. So it's one of those, you're going to see a lot of that energy being pushed off on other people. This is going to be very, very strong for a while, so just know that this full moon in the sign of Aquarius is going to be a very strong lunation for a lot of people. Next, also on August 11th, we have a lot of energy playing on August 11th. We have Venus in the sign of Leo, and this is all about relationships that have been kind of like burning brightly, and the planets are kind of like that proud Leo energy, kind of in love, and how do I want to like bring this around. This is going to be happening for the next couple of weeks, and this is going to be filled with like grand gestures, romance. How do I express my love or my gratitude for you being in my life? And this is going to be kind of like expressions of love, so you're going to see this on a grand scale. Last time this was going on, I literally was at the beach, and there was a flag behind a plane going by, and it was all about, will you marry me? And I thought, oh, how cute. This is what you're going to see with Venus in the sign of Leo. So this is going to be like a lot of love coming out, a lot of grand gestures moving forward. Also on August 11th, we have our sun in the sign of Leo square Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Our sun is our ego. Our Leo is our lion. So kind of already very strong ego energy in play right here. Square Uranus, our kind of go with the flow energy in a very grounded Taurus energy. Kind of like, where do we want to go with this? This one could really knock a lot of people off their feet, or kind of like back a little bit, like, oh my gosh, didn't know what this was going to happen. This is going to lock people into different areas of their lives that they weren't ready to move into. Kind of like this push into energy, or I didn't think I'd have to make this decision today, and now I actually have to. Next, also on August 11th, we have Mars in the sign of Taurus, sextile Neptune in Pisces. So Mars, action, Taurus, grounded. Sextile energy is all about being supportive. So one's going to feel more supportive than the other. Neptune, all about our dream state or our dream lives, or kind of our dreams. A lot of people are going to be having some amazing dreams during this time frame. Some could be amazing good, and some could be amazing crazy, just so you know. Neptune is all in Pisces is all about that flow, and it's going to really flow a lot for a lot of people. This can be a very sensual, romantic gesture, and then also with Venus in the sign of Leo could also bring out some more kind of like grand gestures for people, kind of like pushing this this love even more, and kind of wanting to make someone physically yours. Like a lot of people going, won't you be my boyfriend? Won't you be my girlfriend? Won't you marry me? Will you marry me? All of that are going to come around that August 11th time frame. Next, on August 14th, we have Mars in the sign of Taurus, trine Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. And so trines are all about kind of like this power and energy of what's coming forward. And this is going to be a very confident aspect, because we've got that Mars and that Taurus energy really amping up our Pluto and Capricorn energy, kind of pushing our boundaries, kind of where do we want to go, kind of like our inner power coming forward. What do we want to bring? That Pluto energy is coming from what we normally hold down, kind of bringing that forward, and that inner power. Where do we want to go from this now? Where do we want to move into this energy next? Our last one for August 14th, we have our sun in the sign of Leo, opposition Saturn in the sign of Aquarius. Our sun is all about our ego. Leo is all about that energy, that what are you willing to go after? What are you willing to get for? What are you willing to fight for? Oppositions are all about like that conflict, but it could also bring a lot of motivation. Some people, conflict just shuts them down. Sometimes conflict really amps people up in energy, and it can bring in that motivation side. And we have Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn energy is all about the structure of things, and kind of like, how do we bring things forward, or how do we rebuild something, or how do we build it better? This is a day you're going to have a lot of deep deep insecurities coming forward. Kind of these aspects really bring up a lot of obstacles that you may have to keep overcoming. You're like, okay, I finally got free of it, and here it comes again. And it's going to do this several times during this time frame. Do not try to take anything too personal today. This is a day to kind of take it easy or lay back and relax and kind of not push so hard in some of the energy. That is going to make life so much easier. Let's do some angel cards and let's get us a little bit more insight into the astrology of August 2022. So let's see which one comes forward. I got a couple of them popping here, so let's start with this one. Answered prayers. This is really more about the sun signs, especially in the sign of Leo, kind of like, what are you brazen enough to ask creator energy for? What are you willing to ask, and what are you willing to get with this energy? Where do you want to go with this energy? Our next one is all about enchantment, and this really talks about like Neptune in the sign of Pisces, and that's kind of like this flow or enchantment, or where do I want to go, and kind of like this easy flow of energy. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to push this easy energy to kind of really amp my things up? Next one is new love. There's a lot of energy in flow with Venus during August, and of course we've got our Venus, our Virgo energy, but I wanted you to understand too that this is really important. There's a lot of aspects that are coming in with some possibilities of some new love, especially if you've been searching for new love or desiring a new love. This is going to bring this up very quickly. Listening, when you meet that special someone, that special, this might be the one for me, I want you to really, really, really listen to their words. Not really kind of trying to like analyze their words, but think about it and kind of like, does this make sense? Is this the right person for me? Is this the possibility of my new love? Or is this guy just wasting my time? Or is this girl just wasting my time? So it's really time to kind of think about that and kind of allow that energy to amp you up. What is this energy bringing in for me? My next one is body care, taking care of you. Anytime we have our sun in the sign of Leo, it really kind of gives us an aspect of kind of taking care of us in a very special way. Kind of out in the wilderness, you would see lions taking care of themselves or kind of taking care of their family. So you're going to want to see that a lot in your world around you. Taking care of you, taking care of your family, taking and nurturing what's going on in and around you. Romance. Totally already told you this one. Venus, with Venus so much in movement during this time frame, you are going to have the possibility of romance. This new love's coming in. And if you are already in a relationship, doesn't mean you're going to fall out of love and fall in love with someone else. It means that you're ready to amp up the next level. Maybe you're ready to amp up the romance to take this relationship to a new level. That's a really important sign that you're ready to move into the next sign. It's like one of those, I really want them to know how much I love them. I really want them to know how much I care for them. That's really important to know during this time frame. This is my last one. I wasn't going to do this one, but it's coming in. Dreams. This is all about Neptune. Neptune is going to be affecting our dreams. Make sure that you really listen to several of my videos on Neptune in the sign of Pisces. This is going to make our dreams kind of flow easier and kind of flow in different ways. And with Neptune energy of that dream state of life, it's going to be bringing up a lot of energy for us in our dream life, and kind of putting that energy to good use. Taking notes on your dreams. Where is it coming in at you? Where would you like to make this change, or where would you like to make this different or open for yourselves? This is going to be a really, really great one. So make sure that you really open to that energy of your dream state, your dream life. Where do you want this to go? I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.